My dad started this business back in 1989. He had $5,000 worth of borrowed money and nothing else to his name, living in my grandpa's basement. And he tried a lot of other things before that and decided that he was going to open up a furniture store, and started with furniture on consignment, where it still originally is located at 13th and Oliver here in Wichita. And it was tough at the beginning for sure. He actually took empty boxes and taped them up and put them against the wall to make it look like he had more inventory than he did. There was just a lot of stuff that was kind of stacking against him, and really success was the only option, and I think that's what, makes our family, makes our business, who we are, is, success is the only option. We always look through the windshield, we never look at the rear view mirror. Our mission is to first and foremost honor God. We want to be the best furniture company. We want to dominate our trade area. We want to exceed our customers' expectations. We have to be profitable so we can stay in business. We start every meeting saying those words because it means something to us, and it means something to our culture and who we are as a company.
No matter how big we've gotten, it's a family-owned company, and these guys have done a great job of keeping it that family atmosphere. We use the term growth mindset a lot, where we're never satisfied with being idle and just doing the same thing every year that we've done. And I noticed that very early on in my tenure here, that these guys love growth and thinking differently, whether it's product or technology or processes, and it's pretty contagious. As far as the sales floor goes, it was an immense opportunity, right, to explore a bigger footprint, more brands, more salespeople. It also really forced our hand on becoming more efficient and more accurate at what you do. We have a saying, the bigger you get, the more average you can become, but it doesn't mean you have to. And so it really gave us, there's always growing pains, but it gave us that chance to really look in the corners and say, how do we get more efficient and better and use the people we have and the roles we have, kind of learning to work through the motions with keeping all four running and growing with this much square footage added.
One thing that Jay, even though it started in 1989, he has always been passionate about technology, always. And so that's kind of been instilled in me, is being passionate about technology, continuing to invest in technology, because it's that one thing that really is, I believe, a differentiator, especially in our industry. I feel like there's a lot of companies that are really far behind in the technology space, and we continue to kind of want to push that. We wanted a software company that we could grow with and be confident with that, hey, we are not going to outgrow these guys. And I believe that that's what we've gotten, and it's been a great partnership that going on 15 years now, pretty close.
We had a really great product before STORIS. It was our own. We made it. And so we could design it the way we wanted to, but we simply outgrew it. And so by scaling our business the way that we have, our ownership has always had a growth mindset, is we just simply outgrew that software. And if we're going to continue to do business at the speed of now, we had to partner with a software company that allowed us to do that.
A gentleman came in and shopped, and he needed a sofa sleeper. Jay walked up to him and said, hey, do you like this one? And do you have this one in stock? And Jay's like, hey, let me go check. He runs to a computer, checks, no, I don't have that one in stock. The gentleman says, okay, do you have this one in stock? And he goes, hey, let me go check. And he runs to a computer, checks, no, I don't have that one in stock. And he finally goes, well, what do you have in stock? He goes, let me go check. He runs back to the back, and the guy goes, hey, I'm sorry, I ran out of time, I gotta go. Jay's like, what the heck just happened? That's when the PDA came on our floors. Well, now this is a new version of a PDA. You don't have to leave the customer's side. And I think that's gold. That is gold.
Our goal was, if you fall in love with this furniture, this mattress, why should I ever walk away from it, right? We should be able to sit right here and go through the whole process. Where is it? How quick can I get it? What's your total gonna be? Let's add that protection plan in and get you a total. And confidence breeds confidence. And so when consumers see hesitation or, I don't know, let me go ask, right? It does take small tolls on the sales process. And so by having everything right there at our fingertips, it just chipped away at any little piece of the interaction that has to get broken up. When I started, we were writing up sales on a little pad. They were just like this. You'd stick them in your pocket and they'd get sweaty and gross, right? And we've come a long way from, okay, well, let me go write up your order. Here's a coffee and sit down for 15 minutes, to where, yep, your cart's built, let's transact. And you've seen the shift in salesperson confidence and consumer confidence. I mean, it was one of probably the biggest steps forward for our company.
We view this facility as our right to win versus our local competitors. No one in our marketplace has a distribution center or is a stocking dealer of this scale and size. We own our own delivery fleet. The delivery fleet that we own and operate from this facility, the speed to the consumer is our right to win in our marketplace. We know exactly where our product is using STORIS's RF barcode capabilities. So from when the order is received in from our manufacturer to the order being completed at the end of the transaction, we can follow that product at every step along the way. So a lot of times she's aware that we receive her items before our store team is aware that she's received her items. So
And that's all streamlined through the stores.
That's correct, yeah. So if you're going to do business at the speed of now, your inventory has to be 100% accurate, and that's what STORIS allows us to do.
You will know about that product coming into our DC before I do. He's developed a deal where we RF barcode that product into our distribution center. It's then going to send a text message straight to that customer and let them know that we've received XYZ of their product on this truck today. So they'll know that that product came in before anyone else knows. I mean, literally once it gets scanned. We utilize data to make decisions. Data has no emotion, right? So if the data says this, then that's what it is. It's a fact. And now it's like one of those drugs that we've gotten on that I can't run a business without it. Like it everything that, all the data that we can get out of STORIS. If you look at your financials once a month, how many times a year can you make changes? 12. Way too many things can happen amongst that time frame, right? So getting a daily snapshot of your financials and figuring out kind of where you are, where you're hemorrhaging, where you're doing well, having the ability to make those day-to-day decisions versus making a decision once a month has massively increased the ROI of, just any technology that we've invested in, including STORIS. Most of the data is coming out of STORIS, all of it.
We did watch most of our metrics grow across the board. You can read the news or you can change the news, and the quicker you read it, the quicker you can change it, right? And so that quick access to a lot of data allowed us to make the instant changes. And the second part of that is there's what you can read with data, and there's also what you can see with your eyes. And sometimes that can be a gray area, but you can see guest experience improve.
When we started this location, right, we wanted to continue to be, a stocking dealer, great values, instant gratification, same day delivery. But with it being such a large footprint, we felt like we could take 10% of our product, right, reduce it down to 90%, give a 10% footprint to a higher end product line and store. We feel like Wichita needs that. Why do we want our fellow neighbors to leave Wichita because they weren't able to get taken care of here in Wichita? So this was kind of a passion project for me, very designer forward, super heavy in the accessories and art and lighting. I feel like it's an experience. This whole journey this is going to be a different experience. One of the pieces that we weren't really utilizing is STORIS's ability in mobile POS to special order products, to create these special order SKUs, right? And so now everything's set up in the system. So I don't have to do the math and figure out how much this fabric is. I literally type in that fabric, add it to this frame, and it gives you your price, right? And so once again, never leaving that customer's side, being confident with your answer, being truthful and honest with your answer, because it's all building right there in the cart for you. Our opinion is if you're not growing, you're dying. And so we're always constantly looking at what's next, what's new, what technology, where do I see it? I'm kind of scared of it, to be honest with you, but if you're not doing it, you're going to get left behind. And so we continue to invest, and when I say invest, it doesn't necessarily even mean like financially invest. We're mentally investing. We're learning right now.
If you want most of your problems to go away in retail, and be able to control the things that you can control, you need to partner with STORIS. The real-time inventory, the ability to know exactly where your inventory dollars are, that matters a lot to an owner. But it also matters a lot to a consumer who went through a process to pick out that sofa. And we have to execute that plan for her. And STORIS is the best that I'm aware of at being able to do that in today's economy, which is the speed of now.
There is sales growth, and it's worth every penny. That investment into technology that can benefit both parties equally, we saw the sales growth. And it just comes down to that efficiency and that accuracy. I mean, everything cuts steps and cuts costs, and honestly cuts hurdles for the customer. And it has to be about the customer first while also benefiting the business on the backside.
Do you feel as though STORIS Next Gen helps you do that best?
No doubt.
If you give one piece of advice to another furniture retailer considering a technology transformation, what would it be?
Do it. I'm super passionate about the partnership that we have with you guys. And one of the things I always tell them, listen, it's not easy. Nothing worth having is easy though.